Good evening, America. Tonight I will discuss whether citizens who are born in the United States should have to meet the same citizenship requirements as naturalized citizens. I believe this issue is very pressing considering the recent rise in naturalization in the United States. Although there is much to be said about this issue, I will focus on three main points. First, I will present the current laws regarding the naturalization process. Second, I'll discuss the current laws regarding citizens by birth. And lastly, I'll offer my opinion on the issue. Before I start, I would just like to thank everyone for attending. Currently, if an immigrant in the United States wants to become a citizen, they must meet a series of qualifications before they can even take the citizenship test. First, the applicant must be at least 18, the age at which the United States recognizes people as adults. Second, the applicant must be a legal permanent resident of the United States, in other words, a green card holder. Third, the applicant must have been a legal permanent resident for at least 5 years. This 5-year period can be reduced to 3 years if the applicant in question has been married to a U.S. citizen for the past 3 years, and the spouse has been a U.S. citizen for that whole time. Fourth, during those 5 years as a legal permanent resident, the applicant must have actually lived in the United States for at least half the time. Fifth, the applicant must not have traveled outside the United States for more than 6 continuous months. Sixth, the applicant must be a person of good moral character. And lastly, most applicants must also have a good understanding of English language. If the applicant has met all of these requirements, then they can take the U.S. citizenship test on U.S. history and U.S. government. The citizenship test consists of 10 questions, at least 6 of which the applicant must get correct. An example of a question on U.S. government is, how many amendments does the Constitution have? I hope you can get this right because as a citizen, you should be able to. There are 2 ways in which a person may be considered a citizen by birth, jus soli and jus sanguinis. Jus soli, or law of soil, means that a person is a citizen of a country because they were born in that country. The first section of the 14th Amendment contains this type of citizenship. All persons born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. In the Supreme Court case, United States v. Wong Kim Ark, the Supreme Court ruled that a person becomes a citizen under the 14th Amendment under jus soli if that person is born in the United States, has parents who work in the United States, has parents with permanent residence in the United States, or has parents that are subject to a foreign power but not in any diplomatic or official capacity of that foreign power. Jus sanguinis, or law of blood, is when someone who is born abroad becomes a citizen of a country because one or both parents are citizens of that country. In the United States, a person receives citizenship from jus sanguinis when both of their parents are U.S. citizens under the following circumstances. Parents were both U.S. citizens when the child was born. The parents are married at the time of birth. And at least one parent lived in the United States prior to the child's birth for no amount of unspecified time, according to the Foreign Affairs Manual. The child receives jus sanguinis when only one parent is a citizen of the following, if all the following are true. The parents are married at the time of birth. One parent was a U.S. citizen at the time of birth. That parent has lived in the U.S. for at least 5 years before the child was born. And at least 2 of those 5 years were after the parent's 14th birthday. Now that you all know something about the different ways someone can become a citizen, I would like to ask all citizens by birth if they knew the answer to the question, how many amendments does the Constitution have? The answer is 27. According to a poll by the National Constitution Center, only 1 in 5 Americans answer this question correctly. This is why I think that when all citizens by birth turn 18, they should have to take the same citizenship test that all naturalized citizens have to take. A citizen who is born in the United States or has parents who are citizens should know more about the United States than naturalized citizens, not less. So if elected, I will make sure that all U.S. citizens have to know a little bit about America, not just the naturalized ones. Thank you, and good night.